I'm Colin Seal, the founder of thinkLaw, and I want you to meet Ramel, one of the sharpest young men I've ever met, a brilliant problem solver and super creative thinker. But here's the thing, Ramel wasn't a student in my classroom, and his problem wasn't in math or science. Ramel was my client in my law school's juvenile justice clinic, and his problem was figuring out how to beat adult charges after his arrest on a serious drug bust 1 month before his 18th birthday. You see, Ramel had critical thinking skills like so many of our students use every day just to survive. But critical thinking requires so much more. You need the habits and the mindsets to actually apply these skills throughout academics, career, and life. Yet, as essential as critical thinking is to 21st century learning and college and career readiness, it is still a luxury good. Only 1 in 10 educators teach it, and it is usually taught to the most elite students at the most elite schools, gifted and talented, AP, honor students. But if critical thinking is so essential, it shouldn't be an honor to receive this type of instruction. We need a critical thinking revolution. But how can we give educators the practical tools and support to teach this to all students? This made me think about law school, where I didn't learn the law, I learned to think like a lawyer, which is critical thinking. Look at history, 25 past presidents, 35 founding fathers, Mahatma Gandhi, Nelson Mandela, all attorneys, trained extensively in critical thinking. How? Well, they learned to look at problems and solutions from multiple angles, to make a variety of different claims and back up those claims with valid and relevant evidence. In fact, they learned the exact critical thinking skills, habits, and mindsets our students need. So shouldn't all students learn to think this way? Of course they should. And this is why thinkLaw exists. thinkLaw revolutionizes critical thinking instruction in 2 ways. First, our standards-aligned curriculum unleashes the critical thinking potential of all students by tapping into their inherent sense of justice and fairness, using real-life legal cases in upper grades and fairy tales and nursery rhymes in earlier grades, because there are a lot of shady characters in children's literature. Second, our powerful and personalized professional development helps teachers of all grades and subject areas apply rigorous and engaging inquiry strategies that bring the Socratic method to life and help educators shift from asking what and how to asking why and what if. Alvin Toffler once said that the illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. thinkLaw's game-changing approach is giving all students equitable access to this rigorous and engaging critical thinking instruction in their neighborhood schools. From the Rio Grande Valley to New York City to Oakland, thinkLaw's partnerships in Title I schools, juvenile detention centers, adult education facilities, and schools serving high numbers of English learners and special education populations, we're shifting the narrative on who gets to teach and who gets to learn critical thinking. Because students like my Ramel and Ramel sitting in classrooms across our country have far too much potential for us to continue to treat critical thinking like a luxury good. So join thinkLaw's exciting critical thinking revolution by visiting us at www.thinklaw.us and following us on Twitter at thinklawus. To download a free sample lesson, text THINK to 66866. Thank you for helping us create a world where critical thinking is no longer a luxury good.